Imagine a country where wearing glasses could get you killed. A country where silence wasn't golden, it was survival. This is not fiction. This was Cambodia under the Khmer Rouge. Welcome to What Happened, where we unravel the greatest moments in history, one country at a time. And for our 26th chapter, we are exploring the Khmer Rouge Genocide. April 17th, 1975. The Vietnam War was winding down, but for Cambodia, a new horror had just begun. On this day, the revolutionary communist group, known as the Khmer Rouge, marched into the capital city, Phnom Penh. At first, many citizens welcomed them, hoping the brutal civil war was finally over. But they had no idea what was coming. Just hours after taking control, Khmer Rouge soldiers, many just teenagers with AK-47s, began ordering everyone to evacuate the city. Families were told to pack quickly, that they'd return in a few days. But that was a lie. Hospitals were emptied. Patients, some in the middle of surgery, were dragged into the streets. Mothers carried their babies. Elderly people collapsed under the sun. 2 million people forced to march into the countryside at gunpoint. The Khmer Rouge had declared the start of Year Zero, a total reset of society. No money, no religion, no schools, no technology. The past was considered a disease, and they wanted to cure it by force. Leading this radical movement was Pol Pot, a man obsessed with creating a perfect, classless, agrarian society. His idea? Turn all Cambodians into peasant farmers, working collectively in rural communes. But to do that, anyone associated with modern life, intellectuals, monks, artists, politicians, and professionals, had to be eliminated. And so the killing began. Wearing glasses was seen as a sign of intelligence. That alone could get you executed. Speaking a foreign language? Death. Crying over a loved one? Death. The rules were simple: obey or disappear. Villages turned into labor camps. Men, women, and even children were forced to work from dawn until midnight in the rice fields. Food was scarce, often just a thin bowl of watery porridge. People starved while the regime exported rice abroad for money. If you got sick, too weak to work, or questioned anything, you were sent away. That meant torture, execution, or both. They were interrogated, electrocuted, whipped, beaten, and forced to confess to crimes they never committed. Then they were taken to the killing fields, remote sites where they were murdered and buried in mass graves. In just 4 years, between 1975 and 1979, an estimated 1.7 to 2 million people died, nearly a quarter of Cambodia's entire population. It was one of the worst genocides of the 20th century. Finally, in 1979, Vietnam invaded Cambodia and overthrew the Khmer Rouge. Pol Pot and his forces fled to the jungle, where they remained a threat for years. He was never tried in court. Instead, he died quietly in 1998, his crimes never fully answered for. The Khmer Rouge left behind a shattered nation. Millions dead, families destroyed, temples, schools, and cities in ruins. And yet, the Cambodian people endured. The killing fields remain, quiet, haunting, filled with the bones of the past. And at Tul Slang, the photographs of victims still stare from the walls, reminding us of what happens when power becomes madness. History isn't always about heroes. Sometimes it's about horror. And Cambodia's story? It's a warning to the world. This was the story of Cambodia's darkest hour. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more stories the world should never forget.